takes? Are we going to be able to put a team together that can compete at this level against the best in the world? And we did it that night, and it was pretty amazing. But I got to take you back a year before that. Your dad won this race, and I believe I may have finished second or third to him. So I may have learned a little bit from a year before.
Well, I know it's been a busy day. Not everything that you guys and Kyle Larson warmed up in Indianapolis, but knowing you, your history, you've been in the rumor mill of running that race back when you were full-time. Was it special to accompany Kyle along this journey the last couple of years with him?
Always done, you know, is providing the right people and resources to come together to make a great, strong team. The talent usually is there when they get to Hendrick. It's what do you do with the talent once you're there, and how do you keep these guys focused?
Brian Priest had to drive way down the racetrack on the back straightaway to get around this 54. Ty Gibbs blocking a little bit.
Brian Priest now the best of those drivers from RFK, 60 up in the 12th position. And for 6th, Noah Gregson continues strong. And from Hendrick Motorsports on board, this is the Prime on board, riding with Chase Elliott, number 9.
No shock, Chase Elliott, Mr. Consistency this year. Worst finish all year long, way back in Atlanta for 20th. Still looking for that first win. But I think this is the key, right? Don't try to make a recovery from 20th or 15th. Hang around inside that top 5, that top 10 all night, continuing to work on your car, and then close. Really, that's the key to these races, is be close enough and then trying to close when you have the chance.
Ty Gibbs has been a man of action the last couple of laps here. Saw him hit the wall off of turn 4. Look at him out of the gas right there. Car's just not handling well. He checked up, 17, runs right in the back of him.
Man of action. Sometimes that's a compliment, sometimes it's an insult, right?
That was him right there. That was a replay riding on board right here. You hear him jump out of the gas. 17 not ready for the car as he starts to lift off the throttle.
What a great camera angle right there. Man, Denny's not giving up on this, is he? Interesting, Byron, you know, on the bottom, right? He's been working that top and keeping that momentum. Right now, maybe the track temps cooled down a little bit. He's able to run that bottom a little bit longer.
But this is what we've seen most of the night. The Toyotas have been able to hound the back of this 24 in the early run. You talked about the short run speed. The 24, though, Byron has been really tenacious to try to keep this track position. How much do y'all talk about the defense with the new cameras and how important that area is to the following car? How much is it talked about with these drivers, how to defend these positions?
Whenever any of these guys that opportunity to find out, but no doubt, I mean, he's watching, he's listening to his spotter, he's watching this mirror. Where are those guys running? Are they gaining on me in those areas? And how can I block it? Because I want to maintain this lead, because I know I've got the long run speed.
Yeah. Well, there's no doubt the track is changing. Fast lap move from Byron to Hamlin, lap 2:10. Hamlin now the fastest lap of the race at a 29.36. And once again, I think that will continue to change as the track cools. This is one of those races, if we have a late restart, that's when it's going to be awarded, that final restart.
And full plowing tight first and loose, same 88 finish us off.
AMR safety team is there. You heard Zane on the radio.
Let's take a look. Off of turn 2. Looks like he just gets loose in front of SVG. I don't think he was going to save it. I know SVG kind of sent him on around, but I think it was headed for the inside wall either way.
Big hit.
Amazing how these spins that we've seen tonight have basically been on the exit of all these corners.
And late.
And
you know,
late.
like later than, I guess, what I'm accustomed seeing. Normally the looseness or the snap starts earlier. This is almost like the unloaded. Like, I mean, he's basically out of the corner, lost that vertical compression, and around it goes.
Well, and, you know, when we saw Byron just wiggle there, I mean, that we know as racers that that's a big moment. You know, it doesn't look like that from TV or for folks at home, but it does not take much for these cars to yaw out and be gone. You just can't grab these like you used to be able to grab some of the cars in earlier years.
I would go back to as the tracks cool down and the speeds go up, the grip goes up in the front. The balance of the car tends to shift toward the free side, but also up on the top of 1 and 2. The 7. Wow. Just complimenting Blaney on being able to get one of the Penske cars up into the battle here, and all run out of racetrack off of turn 4. Massive hits.
You said it earlier, Steve, this race can change so fast. You get a caution, you get a restart, and we know the sense of urgency when you return to the green flag. We saw it there, and this is what happens.
Everybody starts with all those patience, all those understanding of how long the event is. Halfway's here, 2 stages complete. You know, you just can feel the pressure building.
All right, the 12 right at the top of the racetrack, the 19. Briscoe in the middle, then the 99. The 99 slides up the racetrack a little bit, making the 19 tight. Contact between the 2 on the outside, back down into Suarez. Look at Suarez collect the 7 and the 5 as they're trying to squeeze by, just destroying the suspension on the right rear of Larson's car.
Nemechek had lost that track position, able to drive through, avoid the incident.
Yep, Larson just got back on the lead lap. Haley was fast all weekend. Spire's been great tonight. His chance at a good run is gone.
Be interested to see how much this impacts Briscoe.
Yeah, he might have got through there okay without too much.
Yeah, I actually think maybe a little bit of damage to the nose, but I agree with you, Dale. I didn't.
United States Marine Corps and Army.
Technical Sergeant Scott E. Duffman, United States Air Force. Thank you.
Sergeant Brett Gornowitz, United States Army.
Staff Sergeant Wantre Tyrone Bradley Sr., United States Army.
Staff Sergeant Bobby C. Franklin, North Carolina Army, National Guard.
Corporal Reynold Armand, United States Marine Corps.
Staff Sergeant Sean Gregory Landris, United States Army. It's an honor.